What is good, everyone? It's Richard here from Weed City Soul, and we're here to do a detailed look at the Nike Air Max Lebron 7 Christ the King. Now, I was given the idea that I should take viewers on a sneak peek of the rare things in my sneaker collection, which it numbers in the hundreds at this point. But I don't have a fancy sneaker room like most of the guys who get featured on Nice Kicks for sneak peeks. So we're not going to go walking through my messy shoe room. But we will start taking a look at some of the rare pairs in my collection. And we're going to start with one of my very favorite ones, the LeBron 7 Christ the King. Now, for those that are unfamiliar, Christ the King is a basketball factory in the state of New York that masquerades as a high school. It's a storied program that has produced a number of state championships, and they've been lucky enough over the years that Nike has made them a bunch of LeBron PEs, which is a bit odd because LeBron has no real ties to the school. It's not St. Vincent St. Mary where he went to high school. It's not the University of Akron, which is his hometown. And it's not Ohio State University, where he has said multiple times that he would have played if he had played basketball in college. So we're going to take a detailed look at this. It's going to be a lot like our performance reviews, except we're not really going to talk about too many of the performance aspects. A couple of them just based on the technology, but I've never played in this particular pair. I'm sort of just like waiting to like meet LeBron or something to wear them, or Jesus. Either one will do, really. So we're going to start with the cushioning. What you see here is a full-length 360-degree Max airbag. You're not going to see any of the zoom fibers in there that you see in a lot of the modern Max airbags, because this is true Max Air. It's not the best setup for basketball. It's very firm, it's very high off the ground, the court feel is atrocious, and it's relatively unstable laterally, but it sure looks cool. Now, the Nike Air Max Lebron 7 was the first shoe designed by the current LeBron line designer Jason Petrie. As you can see, they took a lot of styling cues from the Air Jordan 11. This patent leather toe ram runs all the way around the shoe, much like it does on the 11. Moving on to the rest of the upper, you're going to see large, almost plastic-like sidewalls with flywire running through them. This is how flywire was implemented when Nike first brought it to the public. And the idea was that it's supposed to be very light and very strong at the same time, which it is, but it's not the most natural feeling material, and it doesn't flex and move with your foot particularly well. It kind of gives you that flop, flop, flop kind of feeling when you're moving around. Thank goodness we have dynamic flywire that is, built into the upper these days, or just woven materials, or things just move better with the foot. It looks okay. It looks pretty darn good on this particular model, but it just wasn't the best, most organic material to use for uppers. The rest of the upper is made with a almost synth nubuck type of material. It's not the most flexible material either. This whole shoe is actually very stiff, but it looks cool and it feels nice. Onto the lateral side heel, you're going to see the old LeBron LJ23 logo. This is the last shoe in the LeBron line that actually featured this logo, because he went to Miami the season after this and he changed his number to 6, and it was a little late for Nike to be fixing his shoes, so they just took this logo off and started using his secondary LeBron Lion logo. They need to bring that logo back. That logo's dope. Onto the medial side heel, you're going to see the Christ the King PE detail. Now, I think some people, when they're wearing Christ the King stuff, they get some interesting looks because people assume they must be really religious. I'm not a particularly religious person. I'm a spiritual person, and I think religion is an interesting concept and an interesting subject to talk about. I like learning about it. So I think that's a cool detail to have. Moving on to the inside of the shoe, you're going to see the LJ23 logo again, with a full-length mesh inner boot and a heel fit pad. This shoe fits huge. I'm a 10.5. These are 9.5. I'm pretty comfortable when I'm in these length and width wise. If you're looking for a pair of these on eBay or wherever it is that you might find them, I highly suggest going at least a half size down. Onto the traction, you're going to see what is essentially an elaborate herringbone pattern. In the middle, is a hologram that says LeBron James with the Nike swoosh. And the entire circle there is actually made up of a bunch of words. I can't really make out the words. They're really small, and the font that they use is kind of odd. I picked out the words community and program, but I don't really know what it says, but I think it's a cool detail. Now, not a lot of people have this shoe. Basically, the people who were playing on the team at the time and a handful of other people. I'm not sure what the production numbers were on these, but they're not particularly easy to get your hands on. I'm not going to tell you how I got my pair. The internet. But I'm glad I have them. I'm not entirely sure what I'm waiting to wear these for, but it'll have to be a pretty big event or something cool, because I really like these. This is a shoe that I can honestly just sit here and just hold in my hand and stare at forever and pick out little details like the double stitching and where they used what materials. It's just something that I can really geek out over, and I really, really enjoy this shoe. I'd like to thank you for watching and taking a look at one of my favorite pairs of shoes in my entire collection, the Nike Air Max Lebron 7 Christ the King. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, like, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram at Wheat City Soul. I'm Richard, and until next time, they're just shoes. You know what? I can't do it. I can't throw these ones. I'm just going to set them down nicely and walk away. I've had these things for years, and they're still pristine, and they still have that new shoe smell.